there's some structural themes that we're putting through both the portfolios at the moment, with the goal to generate dependable, consistent income across our whole opportunity set, our global opportunity set. So that's one thing we're doing. We're trying to seek more inflation protection, as Kelly's mentioned, and we want to, at times, really be reducing our exposure to macroeconomic volatility, interest rate risk at times. So how are we doing that? Well, we're being more focused in terms of the areas we see value across that global spectrum. So instead of being diversified across a lot of different areas, we want to deallocate or get out of areas where are really expensive, such as US corporate issuers to this day, and get into areas where we see much better value, like in say European investment grade. As Kelly mentioned, we want to be more active in our security selection. We want to avoid the losers, the zombie companies. We think industrial policy is going to be sharper going forward, more influential, so there will be winners and losers, and we need to be focused on making sure we're out of those potential losers defaults. Secondly, inflation protection. We can get this in the portfolio in a number of ways. Within the credit part of the portfolio, what we're doing is tilting to companies that have inflation protect or inflation linked cash flows. So, for example, non-discretionary consumer items like insurance, they've got pricing power. Utilities have CPI-linked cash flows. Infrastructure assets have CPI-linked cash flows. So we want to tilt the portfolio to those so we get that inflation-embedded cash flows coming through. And finally, we've added inflation-linked bonds across all our portfolios so that our cash flows are then linked to inflation. If inflation increases, we get bigger coupons flowing through. And finally, we've re-engineered our investment process at the margin to have placed more weight on the cycle. So our investment process is valuations, cycle, and liquidity. And we think going forward, if we've got these shorter, sharper cycles and more volatility, we need to be able to understand where we are in the cycle at any point in time. And then that translates into a duration position or interest rate position for us. So by, when rates get down low, we want to be out of duration risk or out of interest rate risk. And when they're up, we want to be higher into that. So more active in terms of managing that duration exposure across the portfolios.